This Sunday, we arrive in Jerusalem, Jerusalem being a symbol of love and peace. And so to go to Jerusalem is to arrive at the inner peace in our minds, in our hearts, and in our entire being, so that we may live and love as we were created. What a joyous cause for celebration. Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna means to praise, to be praised. It means joy. It means adoration. It means to be held in high esteem. It means to be held in the highest regard. It's a great word, and it's reserved usually for today, once a year. It carries such an incredible energy, and it might be our new favorite greeting. For Namaste has its place, absolutely. We had our Namaste moments a little bit earlier, and with absolute grace and calm, Namaste, the divine within me recognizes and honors and beholds the divine within you. It's such a lovely energy. Hosanna means I adore you. I absolutely adore you, and I hold you in the highest regard. It's a little bit different. So when you arrived this morning and you walked through the Peace Garden, our prayer chaplains were there, greeting you with palms and with hosannas. They were honoring you. They were praising you. They were holding you in the highest regard. They were telling you that they absolutely adore you. Now, contemplate that experience for a moment. How did that feel? This is a question for you to reflect upon, really honestly reflect upon. How did that feel? Perhaps you felt a little bit put on the spot. You weren't expecting that, and it may have caught you off guard. You might have even felt a little self-conscious about it, embarrassed even. Or perhaps because you remembered it was Palm Sunday and you've experienced hosannas before, you were anticipating the greeting. You were looking forward to it, hoping that we'd created this Palm Sunday experience upon your arrival. There is no right or wrong answer. Whatever we experience in life is an opportunity for us to explore our personal, individual reaction or response. It's not to judge it. It's not to make it wrong or right. It's always to examine it with curiosity and a tenderness towards ourselves and acceptance. To explore always our humanness, our experiences, to allow that space of whatever is, and to allow that space to heal whatever that is. For we are all here for the same purpose, to heal ourselves, to allow ourselves to heal so that we more greatly can love, to express the divine love within us, the truth of our being. And to love also means to love ourselves with all our perfect imperfections and all of our divine humanness. So Palm Sunday. Let's begin by looking at our palms. Look at your palms. Now try to ignore the urge to read your lifeline right now. Simply look at your palms. Our palms represent a powerful opportunity to make a choice. For that's what life is, isn't it? We're always making choices, always. So clench your fist. Clench your fist and see how it covers your palm. The palm of your hand is now hidden. It's hidden behind a mask of anger or fear or nervousness, or at times even violence. Now let's think of all the ways we use our power of praise through our palms. We applaud, put our hands together. We handshake. When we meet someone, we're honored to meet them palm to palm. We cheer, our hands are in the sky. Or a touch, we place our palm, our hand on someone else's hand, or shoulder. It can be reassuring. It's a connection. The okay sign, there's our palm, okay. And in giving, our hands are outreached as they are in receiving. Our palms are so important to us. We praise with our palms. That's our touchstone, remembering to take time, to commit to time and space to be in prayer and meditation. We honor ourselves as we did this morning with our palms together in namaste. We praise with palms surrounding when we give a hug to someone or when we hug ourselves. We also praise with palms out facing when we honor others. We do this whenever we say our unity blessing. We rub our hands together. We feel the heat in our palms. And then we speak together our unity blessing to appreciate and value that person, to honor them, to behold them. So let's do this morning. We're going to divide the room. We're going to divide the room in half. The right side, let me see for you, the right side and the left side. And those of you that are in the middle, you'll have to decide where your dividing line is, who's going to go on which side, okay? So the right side. Let's take a deep grounding breath. Now with your palms together, say to the left side, namaste. Left side, accept the blessing. Breathe it in. Now the left side, take a deep breath and palms together, say to the right side, namaste. And right side, accept the blessing. Breathe it in. And now everyone, breathe it in. The namaste. That felt very nice, very peaceful. The honoring, calming. It's a very sweet energy. And we allow ourselves to breathe that in now. Okay, right side, get ready. Rub those hands together. Feel the heat building in your palms. And now say to the left side with your voice and with your palms facing them, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest, which conveys to, I adore you. Are you ready? Did you do it? Okay, left side, receive that. Okay, left side, let's rub our hands together. Building the heat in your hands and your palms facing the right. Say, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. And the right side, receive. You have been adored and you have been adoring. Did you feel the shift in the energy? One, the namaste is very calming. The other is really invigorating. It feels to me like namaste makes my inside smile. My divinity is being recognized and honored, and that's always beautiful. And Hosanna causes that smile to reach my face. I'm being adored. Hosanna means I adore you. I adore you. And we walk through life moving up and down this energy scale, affected by the events in our lives and in the lives of others. We're affected by what happens in the lives of our loved ones and in our world. And we master this shift. And we remember to find our center, our balance, our grounding also. For we are the ones responsible for the energy, the vibration that we are carrying. So this week, Palm Sunday is referred to as the week that changed the world. Called Palm Sunday, for this was the day that the man we know as Jesus rode into Jerusalem for Passover and was met by crowds who were overjoyed placing branches and palms over the muddy road, for this was Passover, and many travelers had come through, and the road was full of ruts and mud. And so palms were laid to make the way easier. And the crowd was rejoicing, shouting, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. And Hosanna is very much alive here today. For through Hosanna, we celebrate. We celebrate as in praise and worship, which is not words that you usually hear in unity, praise and worship. One reason is that the masculine pronouns most often found in praise and worship are he, him, father. And in unity, we see God as transcending gender, sometimes referred to as mother, father, everything God, not limited to one or the other, the loving energy of all that is. And the second reason is that praise and worship implies worshiping God as separate and apart from us, worshiping from afar. And in unity, we see God as everywhere present, within and without. So we become experts in unity at adapting and converting our language so that it fits with what we sing or what we hear, or what we read. We want to experience this high energy, this open heart, this elevated vibration of praise and worship because it's fun. We don't let these minor variations in beliefs phase us or restrict us or dampen our celebrations of life. We simply adapt them to accommodate our belief system, not to be in conflict with, but in harmony with. We enthusiastically participate in Hosanna, just as we have done so already this morning. So imagine that day, well over 2,000 years ago, the energy, the celebration, the open hearts and pure joy that greeted Jesus upon his arrival. We find this in the Gospel of Matthew in chapter 21. A very large crowd spread their cloaks on the road, and others cut branches from the trees and spread them on the road. The crowds that went ahead of him and that followed were shouting, Hosanna to the Son of David. Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest heaven. And when he entered Jerusalem, the whole city was in turmoil, asking, who is this? And the crowds were saying, this is the prophet Jesus from Nazareth in Galilee. What a truly triumphant arrival this was. Jesus and his followers felt the triumph. They felt this beautiful, welcoming, high energy, for they were already feeling so connected with God and with oneness. For the day before, Jesus had raised Lazarus from the dead. They must have felt absolutely invincible. So let's look at this day before, this Saturday. Biblical scholars sometimes refer to it as Lazarus Saturday. Now, most of us are aware of this event. We don't always relate it to being just before Palm Sunday, but that's where it fell. The day before, Jesus and his followers were in a place called Bethany, which metaphysically means wailing, lamentation, and signifies the demonstration over these conditions, and explains what happened during the time of the illness of Lazarus and his death and being awakened. So Jesus is told of the illness of Lazarus and still waits 2 days before making the walk to Bethany. So when he arrives, Lazarus has been dead for 4 days and laid in the tomb. So we find this in the Gospel of John in the 11th chapter, and I'm going to give you a synopsis, kind of summarize this. So Jesus arrives and Lazarus is dead. And when he arrives, the sister of Lazarus, Martha, greets him. And she's pretty upset, If you'd been here, my brother would not have died. She's very abrupt with him and very matter of fact. And we all know Marthas, don't we? They just tell it like it is. They don't mince words. Well, that was Martha. And Jesus didn't take this as an affront at all. He let her know, and in the words that we've heard so many times, I am the resurrection and the life. He who lives in me, even though he dies, he shall live. He shall never die. So Jesus went to the tomb and he spoke aloud, Father, please hear me. I'm saying this aloud so that those around me will know that it is you who are doing the works, for I know you always hear me. And he called out Lazarus, and Lazarus came out. So some thoughts on this first day of Holy Week. What could this mean to us? This raising of the dead, this rolling away the tomb the day before Palm Sunday. Well, it could mean to bring out what's buried in our subconscious, to roll away the stone, to remove any blocks to that which we've neglected or allowed to die within us. It might be some quality or activity that we're not allowing to be manifest in our material world. Jesus's prayer, arise, come out, restoring the idea which is asleep in our subconscious, trapped in the tomb of our body. Maybe it's something that we used to do, that we loved doing, and we've allowed it to fall away. It might be playing a musical instrument or poetry or writing or singing. Maybe it's a relationship that we have allowed to fall away. Maybe it's a health commitment that we're avoiding. We each have something in our lives which we can relate, where we've all buried something, some aspect of our lives that we think we no longer have time for, something that gave us great joy. And so I invite you this week to examine if there's a yearning within you, something that wants to come out, to arise, and to be part of your life again. Or it might be a relationship that you don't want to think about because you were treated unfairly. The person hurt your feelings, maybe said not nice things about you, and you've carved that out of your life. Have you? Did you really carve it out of your life, or have you buried it, avoiding it? Because avoidance isn't addressing the feelings of pain resulting from that experience, or feelings of inadequacy. For we're all wounded, each of us. I said at the beginning, we're all here to heal. For we each have been wounded, and we've each done our share of wounding from bumping into one another in this human experience, wounded by words or actions that told us we weren't good enough or valuable enough. We don't need to continue a painful relationship in order to heal our woundedness. We deserve to heal those hurts, to move forward with confidence and grace, to pull from the tomb our wholeness. So I also invite you this week to consider, is there any unforgiveness that you're holding on to? And I know you might be saying, Daybree, we just did the burning bowl. That was like 3 months ago. What could there be? Well, I looked at mine this morning. I just sat with what is passing through my mind, or who is passing through my heart, that there's a little angst about. There's a little flag. I invite you to spend time with that, and then also commit to doing your forgiveness work with whatever forgiveness tool you prefer to use. For you are adored, just as you are today. Just as you are today, you are adored. Accept that adoration. Embrace it as your absolute birthright, for it is. You know you deserve to live your life fully, whatever that looks like for you, fully and uniquely, not shrinking back ever from your glorious life, your most glorious self. Let us each one enter this holy week, considering that which might have been lost to us, that we are willing to awaken. Hosanna, I adore you. You are God's beloved children with whom God is well pleased. And so it is.